One thing for sure, the movie does address the question, does the man make the suit or does the suit make the man? For Marvel comic fan, especially an Iron Man lover, then you immediately find out that it went off the track quite a lot when you're expecting a lot of similarity to The Extremists. If you really enjoy the first two movies, you might find this one to be less satisfying in some ways. Let's talk about hero personality exploration. This department feels a little bit empty. Somehow, we have to figure out the thoughts inside Tony's mind and the things that trouble him the most ourselves. Seeing how the relationship between Tony and Pepper has grown, though, is really nice and very reassuringly comforting. Did we create our own demon or make our own enemies? Perhaps so, as the man before the birth of his armor constantly spread the seed of jealousy and metaphorically created a sea full of green-eyed monsters. Watching these demons taking revenge on the world around Tony, and Tony himself, is strangely familiar enough, so to speak. There's nothing to be worried about actually, as Tony always has some tricks up his sleeves. Are you expecting S.H.I.E.L.D. to be somehow involved? Is anyone missing Director Fury? Nothing feels the same since our ever order-obeying Agent Coulson left us. You experience things. Okay. No one is trying to be nostalgic here, but his part did bring some extra hint of flavor to the live-action film of Marvel Comics. The product of extremis seems horrible and freaky. They are surely a little bit too overpowered and look almost impossible for Tony himself to take down all of them. Somehow, they feel too mighty to be real. But Iron Man is part of Marvel and they are all about superheroes and fantasies. So, no matter where your imagination might lead you, they are all within reason for this genre of film. So, if you like things to be more realistic, then this won't be quite your cup of tea. Twist or no twist, as the plot is building up towards the climax, it certainly leaves more to be desired. Our man of the show, Robert's performance is sometimes over the top, but he still stays true to what Tony is supposed to be. Narcissistic, confident, and on top of all, being stylish and cool. Remember what Captain Rogers said about Tony? It's all about style in the Avengers. He truly lives up to that. Guy Pearce and Rebecca Hall's role aren't really well developed, but should be suffice for the not so character focus this time around. They are convincing enough, but there are rooms for improvement. So if you just want a charismatic lead actor, you have it. He's there, and he's never been better. The dialogue for most of the parts is well considered, but you may find certain portions to be cliched. They're funny and possibly way too funny at times. There are moments where you think you might actually be watching a comedy. The movie is full of action, so you action junkie out there won't be disappointed. Well, even the lead actress has a few moves of her own. You should get the idea. This theatrical cut is definitely gratifying to the eyes and the ears. Videophile and audiophile alike will be pleased. The movie almost feels three-dimensional for most of the time, even when you're watching it on just digital 2D. I remember there's this scene at Tony's mansion. The front props are almost popping out of the screen, which is to say, amazing. The depth and focus are excellent. The low lighting portion of the movie is surprisingly detailed, defined, and not too grainy at all. Choose a good seat at the cinema and get ready to be immersed into the world of Tony Stark. For audio-wise, the surround activity is what you will be expecting from a superhero action movie. The musical soundtrack is very engaging too, thanks to Brian Tyler's excellent arrangement. All in all, it's a reference-grade video presentation. Audio is well engineered, so it's easy on the ears and they shouldn't be fatigued over time. Okay, here's a note of warning. This is not a G-rated movie, so parental guidance is highly advisable for audiences below the age of 13. The mix of action violence and some mal-adult theme in it do stir things up a bit, so just be aware of that. If you are anyhow in some sort of hurry, do yourself a favor and leave when the credit rolls. There isn't much uncovering in the post-credit scene, and its Blu-ray is going to be out soon, so don't worry. Generally speaking, Iron Man 1 and 2 were superb, and this sequel is nonetheless good. So think of it as the Nolan's Batman trilogy. Batman Begins was a stepping stone to the splendid peak of The Dark Knight. Then The Dark Knight Rises came and concluded the legend. Don't let the downside of the sequel mark you down. Lower your expectation, and you'll have a good time enjoying this pre-summer blockbuster of 2013. Just buckle up and be blown away by Tony's new toys. Whether or not Iron Man is making a return, the chances are it's on us. Cheers, guys, and go watch the movie now.